Yo, it's your boy Eddie Star coming to you live from the pad, about to give it to you raw, and I'm about to keep it 1,000. So I'm going over the Summer League game with the Lakers versus the Clippers. Debut, Lonzo Ball, first Summer League game. Only thing close to it in recent time was a Blake Griffin Summer League thing where it was really packed like that. Well, this was Lonzo Ball's big moment where everybody was going to pay attention. So ESPN, Spectrum, Sportsnet, everybody's paying attention to the new kid in the Lakers jersey. After all, LeVar Ball, the king of marketing, got his son in a situation to where he's in the Laker jersey. And it wasn't just his marketing, it was his son's game. So, first play out of the gate, the Lakers, Lonzo Ball throws an alley-oop to Ingram. Bam! Crowd goes crazy. And from there, it's a fairly competitive game where the Lakers have the lead, but there was the scoring from Lonzo Ball wasn't there. He was 2 of 15 shooting. He had 5 assists, 3 turnovers. A lot of people are like, what the hell? He even airballed, right? And you had people saying Lonzo airball. So, people like that snarky shit when you're on Lakers Twitter, you got these guys making these little nerdy ass corny jokes and shit. So, it's cool, but Lonzo Ball had poise. You didn't see him overreact. You didn't see him throwing these errant passes. This was a knock against D'Angelo Russell, who I will mention later, but right now I'm talking about Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball, one thing you could say about him that was a knock against D'Angelo Russell was that D'Angelo Russell sometimes seemed to be, when he got very, very excited, trying to go for the flashy play, trying to go for the flashy pass. And it seems that Lonzo Ball is not going to throw a pass that he's not sure that a person can make. And it seems that him and Ingram have this chemistry going on to where they have it. But I think it's more so some of the other players, they have to learn how to play. That chemistry has to go through Ball. But I'm assuming that he's going to, as far as everything else, his shots weren't really going in. I wish that he could settle for more of a mid-range type of game starting off, because after all, he's compared to Jason Kidd. And Jason Kidd, one of the knocks against Jason Kidd was that he couldn't shoot when he first came into the league. He's for sure a Hall of Famer, he's a great player, but he couldn't really shoot. His game wasn't, he wasn't known for his shooting. He was known for his passing. So it's crazy how similar Jason Kidd and Lonzo Ball are. But Lonzo Ball couldn't even get any shots, any layups or any drives to the rim. They were just like, it was just not converting. 2 of 15, like I said, 3 turnovers. It was a big game. Everybody was there. You had Floyd Mayweather, Isaiah Thomas, countless others, Markelle Fultz, D'Angelo Russell was there, and the spotlight was on him, and everybody wants to see how he does. And this was not a great game for Lonzo Ball, but that's not what you're really supposed to pay attention to when you're looking at it from the bigger picture. And Lonzo Ball has poise. You didn't see him get rattled. You didn't see him kind of get frustrated or really down on himself. He kept taking the shots. If he was open, he was taking the shots. It wasn't like he was running away from taking these shots. He was taking the shots that he had. They just weren't converting. But I've seen that a lot with Brandon Ingram the first season. It was like his shots wouldn't convert. But now look at Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is clearly the best player on the team right now. If he's playing like this, it looks like night and day. Like, oh, okay, this is the Brandon Ingram who we expected to be on the Lakers. And Brandon Ingram showed out. He just outclassed everybody in that. He has no business in the summer league. Now, towards the end of the game, he did something where he had came down but got up kind of a little funny, and Magic says, hell no, man, you guys get out the game. I'm not about to risk your career over a summer league game. That's it. It's a wrap. So Brandon Ingram looked a little mad because he wanted to continue to play. He wanted to win that game. He knows that he has what it takes for the Lakers to win that game. There's a couple overtimes, but Brandon Ingram had an awesome game. He had 26 points, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and this guy almost won the game. But like I said, he came up a little weird, and Magic was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's just this is just a summer league game, all right? And you have a lot of people saying Lonzo's a bust, right? I'm like, really? Just one summer league game, Lonzo's a bust. But I tell you what, he has poise. I am concerned with his offense and his defense. His defense needs a lot of improvement. Now, he was going up against, I forgot who it was that he was guarding. The guy just spent off of him. Lonzo Ball was lost, and the guy went up for the dunk and just was crazy hyped. And I think that Lonzo Ball, the defense will come within time, but it's something that you really have to work on. A lot of times, point guards come into the league, and the first person that they get compared to is CP3. And I don't think that CP3, you could really compare a lot of guards to CP3. CP3 is a different type of animal. This guy just has that motor of wanting it on both sides. He wants it on defense and he wants it on offense, and he's a machine. So it's not really fair to compare it's not really fair to compare Lonzo Ball to Chris Paul, because that's a little bit too much, right? But I would say that there does need to be some kind of work on his defense, because night in, night out, you're going to be going up against the best. This was a knock against D'Angelo Russell, who I felt was a decent defender. Wasn't incredible, but I saw some improvements with D'Angelo Russell. But we're still talking about Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball has to improve on, just staying in front of defenders. Not so much swiping at the ball, going after the ball, but just staying in front of his staying in front of his opponent, because these guards are lightning fast. But it's so hard because you're going against Damian Lillard. On the West Coast, you're going against Damian Lillard. You're going against Steph Curry every night. Now he's got to go up against De'Aaron Fox, Sacramento Kings. Every night there's going to be somebody that you got to guard. These quick guards that'll just blow right past you and dunk it. And he has to improve on that. But he's only a 19-year-old kid, considering that he's 19 years old and he has all the pressure in the world. Look at Brandon Ingram. This guy's like clearly night and day from where he was his first year to his second year. It's a drastic improvement from. But you can't really go off of summer league. Like I tweeted on Twitter. You can follow me at Eddie Star Blog. Eddie Star Blog, EDDIESTARBLOG. As I tweeted out, you got to remember that Jeremy Lin outclassed John Wall in the summer league game. It meant absolutely nothing in the NBA, where he had a good run, but by the time people had tape on Jeremy Lin and the Lin sensation, when that stuff went out, and they figured out his patterns and movements and everything, I mean, he's clearly not the same player that he was where, you know, he had all this hype. So you can't go crazy with summer league numbers. That's something that I said on Twitter. It's like, you got to remember that. So you can't say like, oh, this kid's not going to be a great defender. He's not going to be a great jump shooter. We don't know what the hell Lonzo Ball is going to be. This is just summer league. This is scrimmage. With that being said, there does need to be some form of eyeball test that you see that a person has poise and talent and tools. And Lonzo Ball definitely has the tools. I think his shot isn't pretty, but it just didn't fall in. It's not that it's not effective. It's just, you know, it didn't really fall in like that. Now, a crowd favorite was Thomas Bryant, who had 13 points. What was that? 13 points, 5 boards or something like that. 5 assists. Let me see what he had. Anyhow, Thomas Bryant he was basically a crowd favorite because everybody was like, man, you know, this dude's coming in here with the hustle points, and Thomas Bryant was going in. He was doing his damn thing. So in order, when it was pretty much Brandon Ingram, Thomas Bryant really showed up and really played very well, and it's just for the expectations and where reality is, that kind of fell short on a lot of people who were looking for Lonzo to fail, and they were just kind of waiting for Lonzo to fail because basically all of the stuff that LeVar Ball had said. But this is not the end of the world. I mean, it's just one game, and tomorrow is the next game. We'll forget about it if Lonzo Ball has 14 assists, 12 points, 14 assists, and 6 rebounds or something like that. We'll totally forget that this even happened. But it's just basketball. You got to just move on to the next one. Ain't nothing really you can do about it. It's just a summer league game. And look at the promise that you have. Like I said, I really like the chemistry between Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. I feel like there was those plays where Lonzo Ball and Ingram, they had this connection. They just had this connection with each other where, you know, he passes it to Ingram, Ingram passes it to Zubac, and Zubac goes for the dunk, or he passes it to Ingram, and Ingram has his. I mean, it was like, wow, I didn't really know how good, you know, Ingram could pass. He threw a no-look pass that was incredible. I was like, damn, you know, this kid has really been working on his game. He's taking it to the next level, and it's everything's gonna come into fruition. Like I said, the general managers aren't really tripping off of Lonzo Ball's shooting. They know that his shooting wasn't great when they drafted him. They drafted him off of his passing and him being a facilitator. So that's what they're concerned about. The shooting, all of this other stuff will come. You want to see that he's capable of being that guy. And I think he really needs to work on his defense. That will come throughout the years of practice, and but you can't be like wherever that play was. But Lonzo Ball is going up against the Celtics tomorrow, sold out arena. It's going to go up against Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. It's going to be very interesting. A little longer than I expected to talk about this video, but oh yeah, I forgot to mention D'Angelo Russell, who was up there. D'Angelo Russell looked kind of a little somber, but he, like I said, D'Angelo Russell probably needed a change of scenery with all of this stuff that happened before. I think he's going to do exceptionally well with Brooklyn. If there was any point in time where he needed to make an all-star team on the East Coast, this is your chance, because the East is, I wouldn't say weak, but I mean, this is your best shot, because most of the talent is in the West. So the competition is only going to get harder for Lonzo Ball. It's your boy D Star. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.